Hello, everyone. Welcome to this beautiful workshop of Belief System. Hi, I'm Pooja Agarwal Shaikh, the founder of The Wise Oak by Pooja. This is an small initiative taken by me to start uh, to help people heal themselves naturally and, you know, work towards their own goals, their own power of internal healing, and various programs I teach. And I am in gratitude that you all have opted to join me today over here on this platform. And let's dive in together to understand what are belief systems and how they actually rule our life. We just run by them. They are those programs that keep us running throughout our life. So let's start with our workshop today. And I hope that you all gain some great insights and learn something good, which is valuable to you. And you all will carry this forward in your life. Yeah, let's start. And good evening, good morning from different places where y'all are joining in me today. Y'all must be seeing it live on YouTube. So somebody must be different parts of the world and y'all must be seeing this. So good morning to people who are in different parts of the world and good evening to people who are this part of the world where I am in India. Okay, so there is this small picture that I have for y'all. I just want y'all to see this for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And quickly, if you have paper and pen with you, kindly just make a note. What are you observing? What are you seeing? What are those, key words that are coming to your mind when you're seeing this picture? I'll give you, say, 2 minutes to do this exercise. And then we'll explore a little more deeper into the concept of belief system. So your time starts now. Generally, I have interactive sessions only, wherein my participants can interact with me and talk to me, and then we are together sorting out things and learning from each another. We are co-learners in this process, and that's how I like doing it. But this time, nevertheless, you can chat in the chat box, whatever comes up to your mind, or you can just make a note, quick note of the things that are coming to your mind after seeing this picture. And then I will disclose what is it. Time is running. So don't think too much. Just think those first 4, 5, 6, 10 things that are coming to your mind instantly after seeing this picture. Those are those pulse points which you have been carrying all your life. So those are those places that we want to really know and understand. So great. I think most of you all must have written this. And things like coffee, things like black tea, things like white cup, things like evenings, things like rainy season, a lot of these words come up to you, right? Sometimes people even name their loved ones with whom they share a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. During my workshops, I've seen people telling that white cup makes them think of something very serene, very peaceful. So these are the feedbacks I have received in past. So I'm sure you all must be thinking something similar or something different. I don't know. So I'll just break the ice that this was black coffee, maybe. Okay, or for some it was maybe black tea. What are we trying to say here? What are we trying to see here? Is that everybody of us are seeing the same picture that's been displayed here, right? Everybody can see the same cup, everybody can see the same thing which is inside. But each of us have interpreted it in a very, very different way, in a way that holds some meaning for us. So if somebody is really fond of coffee, they might name it coffee. Somebody who's an addicted tea lover would name it tea. Somebody would just say that probably it's nothing at all, it could just be black water. Or who knows, it could be even Coca Cola, right? Even Coca Cola has bubbles like these. So it could even be that. Also, with this, we have interpreted those moments, where we have enjoyed a cup of tea with our loved ones or with our family members, or maybe on those days where you're feeling really tired, you have gone ahead and picked up or freshly brewed coffee for yourself. So there's so many different ways to see the same thing, right? Everybody has their own uniqueness in this of observing and understanding. Why? Because we all are so unique in ourselves. We think, perceive, understand, and interpret information according to our own belief systems, our own structured patterns that we have been running from such a long time, right? So beliefs are nothing but are those structured patterns which run and govern our life to a degree where we start deciding, we start choosing our behavior, our actions, our interpretation based on those, right? If you show a cup of tea or coffee to a newborn, maybe they won't even understand what it stands for because they have not experienced it yet, right? Many of us have experienced a cup of tea or coffee in our life by now. So we are so determined that this could only be that and nothing else, right? So you are understanding this is how our belief system is formed. And this is a very small example to show you that how we are choosing things that we are choosing because of what has been already fed in our mind and in our system. So now we'll understand a little more deeper how this belief is formed and what is the structure of this belief. How do we get belief and how it keeps forming year after year. So as I said, belief is a pattern, is a structure of the structures that has been followed, has been incorporated, has been transported to us by various sources and means. And let's understand what are these. So, three primary filters we are already given at our birth stage. So, once we are born, right at the beginning of our birth, we already start to be given these three filters. We are already being distinguished, we have already been told about these things, and they become our primary filters which in the way we start using them to see the world outside, right? So what would be the first? First would be the gender. We all are born with a gender, or at least are named with one. We might choose to change later on, but we are being born with one gender and we have been associated with that. So as soon as you, this is a very famous Hindi movie thing, ladka hua hai, beta hua hai, beti hui hai, we have heard that. So the moment we are stepping out in this world, coming out, we are being associated with a gender. And then this gender demands a role that we need to play in our life. So we have seen constantly men's are expected to be in certain manner, whereas women's are expected to be in certain manner. A same father would have a different opinion of a son, maybe having alcohol, consuming alcohol, or, maybe staying overnight with friends. Probably parents wouldn't mind. But the same thing if the girl child is trying to do, they would have the reservations towards it. Fair enough. They have their own ideas, they have your own thinking process. So this is one thing. So your gender will start defining that what I can do and what I cannot do, what I'm supposed to live my life like, and what I'm supposed to not choose my life to be. Slowly and steadily, though things are changing across in the world, but there are still those fundamentals which are lying there, right? Where we are being picky and choosy about things that can be done or cannot be done by a particular gender of people. So, and now we have started accepting the other genders as well, transgenders as well. So slowly we are moving, we are progressing, we are trying to be a little more accommodative. But it's a very, very slow process because the belief system has been established for so many years, right? For our parents, our grandparents, and much more behind them. So that is one thing. The second filter that comes to place right after we are born, especially in Asian cultures, is your religion. You're being identified with certain sect of religion that your parents have been practicing, and you are being informed and told that this is what you need to follow as well. You are not given a choice of choosing your own religion. You just have to carry forward the legacy of your parents, grandparents that has been done. So, right from day one, there are those taboos according to the religion that, we don't eat this kind of meat, or we don't eat meat, or, we don't do this. This is not permitted by our religion. And, this is so called you know, wrong thing in our religion. It's a taboo and we must not follow it. So, there are so many, again, those religious filters that are put up to us, and we are constantly trying to be good children, obey our parents, obey the society that we are living in. And again, we might not agree with certain part of it, but we are following them, right? Or at least trying to manage it in such a way that we can talk it off. But yes, they still form the belief that we carry in our own system because it's been brought to us in our DNA. We can't really change it overnight. Third would be the country that you're born. Now you know that there are so many countries going through such rough times. So the kids born there, the parents who are going through, who are facing, issues on daily life, for them survival is also a big deal. With that kind of belief where they don't believe in and governance that could help them, just imagine how the belief must have shattered completely, that there's no security for us, life has no value. So these are the kind of beliefs. Different countries, I would say we are really fortunate that we are in this part of the world where things look much, much, much better for us. But some people are really struggling out there, right? So this is one other thing how our belief is. After that, of course, we have our parents who are constantly trying to push us, trying to, motivate us, trying to do things to us, but they are subconsciously putting us through their own unconscious belief systems. So maybe my parent might have a different belief than what my grandfather had. My father could have a different opinion and a different belief. Maybe he is more educated and now he feels that okay, this would work in this time, and he could be open, but there is still, he is carrying on that DNA of my grandfather. So there would be that rigidity in maybe some other part, not in this aspect, some other aspect. So our parents are constantly telling us that's how we are building up, and we might differ from our parents, but still we would push our children for something else, which now we have acquired new belief. So, constantly this pattern is working throughout families, throughout generations, throughout humankind, and we are just repeating them. And sometimes we are stuck in all these patterns that are running. So, our environment, our teachers, all of them are constantly, adding to this chain of our belief and our reasons of being there. Now, I would invite you all to do a small exercise wherein by we can do some analysis of our belief. Now we have understood that these are the beliefs that have come to us. Let's analyze and give this some time to this exercise so that we understand where we stand today. So I would invite you to do this exercise. You can draw a circle on the page and choose just four areas to work with. Don't take all of them, just take four which matter to you the most at this point of your life. Maybe you're wanting to change your beliefs about your health, or maybe you want to understand what relationship means to you, what would work mean to you, or how important, or what is the role that it's playing in your life currently. Maybe spiritually you want to grow. I believe you all are here today on this platform of spiritual revolution is only because you are seeking that growth within, right? So maybe you could take that as one of the quadrant. Give 2 minutes each to this quadrant and just try to write down everything that's coming to your mind related to that one thing. So if you say about health, what are your beliefs about health? I'm always sick. I cannot manage food, eating food outside. I feel bloated in the night. What are your beliefs? Oh, I'm too old to get healthy now. It's too late for me. So, are these your belief related to health? What about relationships? I'm very unlucky. I don't get my soulmate. I don't know how people have got married out there. I have had a broken marriage. Relationships don't work out for me. So, what are those beliefs that you are carrying about this particular thing? Just write down. Give it a deep thought and just start noting down. So, let me just repeat this again. There are four quadrants. Draw a circle, make four quadrants. Each pie would stand for one area of your life that you are looking at. You would want to look at in a deeper sense so that you know how it is faring for you. So you could choose any of these, write them down, and write the beliefs that are coming, not filtered one, right? Don't filter them, just write them, whatever it is. I have already given you some examples. For work, it is I always need to work very hard. I don't get what I deserve. Somebody else is always promoted. So these kind of beliefs are struck in our mindset. So what are for you? Just write them down. And work with one area at a time. Don't combine all of them. Otherwise, it would be confusing for you. What do I understand by being spiritual? What are my daily practices? Spirituality means no sex for me. Anything, whatever comes to your mind, whatever you associate it with. And as you're writing them down, you would understand that how they have been part of your life and you've been living by them. So much so that you are unconscious and unaware of those facts. So that's why writing them down is a very important exercise. Because then you understand that this is what you're thinking about it. So in your head, you're constantly working towards a goal. But in your belief system, you always believe that you cannot achieve that. It's too hard and it's too difficult. So you're getting there's a contrast which is constantly going inside your mind. You're focusing on something, but your belief system is holding you back. These are those strong chain which doesn't let you get out. Okay. So I believe you all must have written it by now, quite a few of them. See how many of them are positive and see how many of them are negative, the ones that are not serving you your purpose. I'm sure there must be a lot of them which you must have analyzed that these are the ones which are working against me. Are these good enough to carry in future? Where have they brought me today? And I'm sure there must be few beliefs that you must have carried from your past which have helped you come this far. Maybe you have achieved a lot of things because of it. So they could be positive ones. Idea is to hold them, keep them, because they motivated you, right? So those ones should be kept. But what are those beliefs that are not serving you your purpose? So we'll break that belief. The one which you feel is no longer helping you serve your purpose in life. Select one of those beliefs. Out of all these four quadrants, select only one belief that you are looking out to work now. Take that belief. It's difficult to earn money. There is pandemic and there are losses all across. It's difficult for me to get all right because I've been diagnosed by so and so. So, what is that one belief which is not helping you out? Take that belief. And one more time, draw a circle. And this time, we'll break that belief into four different parts to understand. The more closer we go, the deeper we go into these structures, the more easier it is for us to understand and break it and dissolve it, right? So if there is a long built wall, we don't start breaking the wall from the bottom. We start breaking the wall from the top of it. So that slowly we get deeper inside and then we start, the foundation has to be broken. So to reach to the foundation, it would take some time. And this is what we are doing by this process. So now, when you understand the belief, understand what it is exactly. What is it that has been holding you back to buy that car, the dream car or the dream house, or manifest your soulmate, or, achieve that goal of yours that you have been looking forward for so many years? So, what is that belief that's been holding you back? Then you will understand when. So, let's go back in your timeline. You could close your eyes at this point of time so that your subconscious is doing talking and relax your conscious mind. Let your subconscious come up. He is a master. You know that, right? Your subconscious mind drives you more than what your conscious mind does. So close your eyes and let your subconscious speak and check where in your timeline have you picked up this belief. Was it 2 years back? Was it 5 years back? 10 years back? Or maybe when you were a 6-year-old child, when somebody just said, "Oh, you're too lazy. Oh, you're an idiot." Do you hear that person's word? Can you understand what age group were you at that time? It would be nice to know and understand that where is this, when this belief became your belief and you picked it up. And who was a person behind this belief? Was it your parent? Was it a teacher? Was it a neighbor who just tagged you? Who was it? Was it somebody known? Was it somebody unknown? Or maybe it was just your own self talk, your own inner voice, which criticized you, who accused you. And so you believed that you don't deserve this. You are not worthy. So anything. And then answer this question like how? How holding on to this belief is helping you currently? Maybe there are some secondary gains that you're having by holding this. Maybe if I say, oh, I can never do this, yaar, if that's my belief, oh, it's too difficult for me, I'll never be able to pass doctorate exams because it's too difficult, it's just beyond me. If that's my belief, maybe I'm keeping myself in that comfort zone where I don't want to even try. Maybe I don't want to take those steps. I don't want to invest those hours in studying so much. So that belief is holding me and I'm pretty happy about it. So understand what role is it playing? Or maybe it's your fear. Your belief is, I might appear for exams, but I'm sure that I will fail. So would you want to continue with it? I'm sure nobody wants to. Otherwise, you wouldn't have chosen this time and this day to be part of this workshop series, right? You're constantly working on yourself to improve your life, to improve life of people that matter to you. And that what is a great believer's act. So you wouldn't want to break it, right? So now let's understand what are these belief chain and how strong they become with number of years. We are constantly running this thing in our head, in our mind, and then how is it becoming so strong that it becomes difficult for us to break. So you saw in the last slide, we saw that, how it's helping you to be there or not helping you to be there, and how that belief is playing its role currently in your life. Now, how is it formed so strong that it is discouraging you to move forward or to live the life of your dream or your choice? So, when we see, I just showed you a cup of coffee, and there must be, say, 500 thoughts that must have come to your mind within few seconds. But we are all living human beings, right? We are walking, talking, listening, moving around, in and out the world. So just imagine, with so much of interaction, we are constantly getting so much of information. So an average man in a day, man or woman, thinks around 90,000 thoughts, around 80 to 90,000 thoughts. Do all of them are meaningful to us? No, they are not. But we are constantly in the process of thinking, and we are continuously thinking those thoughts. We are being thrown with ideas, with concepts, with new learning styles, and we are highly on alert mode where we are picking and choosing and sensing what we want to retain and what we want to let go. Now, sometimes we pick up on those negative words, negative thoughts, negative emotions that, you know, are stuck with us for a longer number of time. We are not easily able to, forget. You can probably forget an small joke within half an hour, 45 minutes, but an insult you will remember for a number of years. Or if somebody has made you feel bad, you'll remember that for a number of years. Now, what happens? The incident is over. That thing which was there, or maybe you have gone for a movie, you saw a movie, there was an emotional scene. The scene is over, the movie is over, you're out of the theater, back to your life. But that emotion, that thought, is still there. Now that thought will help you to create, will make you create a lot of self talking and stories in your head. So you will start building on it. That person shouldn't have done that. That person was wrong. That character, what he played, was wrong. The villain was like this. That's example of the movie. But in our real life, also, we start doing something like that. If your friend comes up and straight tells you that, this is what you have done and this was wrong and I didn't expect, you will feel bad about it. And you'll start giving those justifications in your own head, right? You'll start telling everything. Oh, I did this because I felt like this. Oh, I did that. How mean of her, how mean of him, things like that. So you'll start building up those stories in your head. Oh, I wish I could have done this for myself. I wish I had better friends to choose from in life. I wish I didn't live here. Maybe, another city would have more adjusting and accommodating and more mature people. People out here don't understand what I try to say. So we'll start building up all those stories. Now, those stories will soon become our belief because we'll start filtering and seeing people with the same story which is running already in our head because we are used to it now. We'll self keep telling that story, it will keep repeating in our mind, and we'll keep telling ourselves that this is what the reality is for me. So those stories will become our belief because those are the similar experiences that we are going to create in our life, right? When we believe in certain thing, our behavior would start changing. Our behavior would be, oh, I can't trust people easily, so let me be far from them. I don't want to give in too much of information about me. People are like this, people are selfish and things like that. So then your behavior when you're in set of group of people would start changing because you're thinking from that belief of yours, right? And when your behavior changes, you'll start taking actions which are being based on that behavior of yours. So you are invited into a lot of parties, but you will say that, why do I need to go to party? People are just selfish and mean in the party. So I would refrain myself. So your actions would be based on those behaviors. And slowly and steadily, this will become like your pattern. And then you will be stuck in this vicious circle wherein by you want to break maybe at a point of time. Maybe you want to go to a party, but somebody forces you that please come, you'll enjoy, it would be a great party, we'll have drinks, we'll go here and there and chit chat and it would be nice. Maybe you take an effort to go there, but you will be attracting similar kind of experiences. Somebody will be nasty with you in the party, somebody might tell something which you might feel bad about. You might see two people quarreling and you might have a judgment again about them that, see, this is how they are, and it was such a boring night for me, why do I, or maybe you end up paying a lot of bill and then you'll be like, oh, I knew it, they would make me pay the bill for all of this, that's the reason they called me, something like that. So you will keep on attracting similar kind of belief systems, like similar kind of incidents in your life, which will make that belief even more stronger. It will not help you to get out, it will make those beliefs even more stronger. So here I would like to share a small story with you of elephant. So we all have seen the size of the elephant, a grown up, full grown elephant. But when they are tiny babies, what do? Their masters tie them tightly with shackles of metal. And they put them closed there. And it's so difficult for them to break that shackle and get out because it's strong metal, right? It's very, very heavy for them to try to break that. Now, constantly they have been kept with those shackles. They are made to believe that they are weak and they cannot break it. This happens to them year on year after, so many years. Now, when they grow up, they have just been tied with a small rope, but still They don't want to break that because they feel if I try to break this, either I will get hurt, or my master will beat me, or I will not be served food. So the consequences of breaking the chain or breaking that shackle are so detrimental that they don't even want to try that. Similarly, with us, we have this fear of consequences. What if I do this? What if I say this? So constantly we are being governed by our belief chain, and we to break that belief chain, we fear the consequences that we might have to face. So even having our own uniqueness, even having our own, set of qualities, we still want to have a herd mentality. We still want to be part of groups. We still want to have our own social circle and our own small set of groupism wherein by we know that we are safe, because we fear if we are different, if we would break the chain, what would it be like? It would be so difficult. And over the period of time, we even refuse to change or even try. We don't even want to try doing that. We are living in that constant fear of consequences. And of course, law of attraction, it works all the time. It's not stopping anytime. So if you believe that, this is true for me, it would definitely be true for you, right? And as I said, it would be the similar experiences that you would be creating in your life because your beliefs are those kinds. And then you will be in that same vicious circle. So when you're choosing yourself, now maybe you decided to come to this workshop, to this, presentation, you made an informed choice to come here. So you had a belief in yourself that this could help you, or you wanted to see something else, but something made you come here, right? So you are constantly choosing yourself, that what you want to pick up, what you want to believe, what actions will you take related to that belief. Okay, now people out there are obviously turning out their mess into messages, and so can each of us. So what are we giving importance to is going to show up in our life. Now we had just have Olympics and all of that, and we are seeing how Paralympic people are making great, achieving great goals. They are getting medals for their countries. They're doing so much for their own country and for their own self, whereas people with being abled are not able to achieve that much. So what is differentiating? They just believe in themselves. They just believe in their goals much more than they would believe in those negative things or negative words or otherwise. So what are you looking at will constantly be delivered to you at your doorstep, and that's what it is, right? So, looking at things as opportunities. So, like I mentioned earlier, people are looking at things. If you look at things like an opportunity, you can make the most of it. But you're looking at things as that you are the person who has always been unlucky in life. So, you wouldn't be able to make, anything out of that opportunity. And a great thing here would be this platform on which we are, meeting each other today. This platform has been given birth only because of the situation that world is safe facing right now. So yeah, Corona serves them, right? Because otherwise, world would have been different. People would be in those stalls live there. Attending so many webinars wouldn't be possible for everybody because you are not sitting in comfort of your house. You are being called to a particular place. Not so many people could reach to that venue. Whereas over here on this platform, world can witness something like this, right? I have been given this opportunity to present over here. Maybe in life situation which was otherwise I wouldn't have picked up on this thing, or there would have been so many other processes to be followed at that point of time. I wouldn't want to travel leaving my family back home and go and attend something like this. So there are so many things which are positive because of this whole situation of corona. But if we keep saying that this is the worst thing ever hit me, and that this is the only way I could have managed without this, but because of this and so, if I start my story with that, then obviously I'm going to be in that soup and I'm going to think about it and I'm just going to be where I am. I'm not going to move ahead, right? So, whatever we are sending out mentally and verbally will come back to us in the same form. If you feel that, life is an opportunity and I will make most of it, so you will keep getting a lot of opportunities to be yourself, to have your authentic voice, to raise yourself, and go and just welcome those things in your life. But if you are going to have something like life has been unjust to me and I only see failures in my life, you are going to absorb the same thing, right? I hope things are going smooth at your end and you all are understanding, and I'm not too fast and not too slow. And I'm trying my best to be here and help you in whatever ways I can. Okay. So every thought is creating our future. We are each responsible for our own experiences. As I said, that if I see facing to the sun, then I see the sun. But if I'm facing and seeing to the sea, I can only see the sea. Okay, so it's what view are you trying to see, and what dimensions are you holding in your mind is being created repetitively. And as I said, your subconscious mind is your mastermind. That mind, that part of your brain is storing and creating all of this. So it's very important that you try not to mess with it. Okay. Okay. So everybody is dealing with resentment, criticism, guilt, self-hatred. So it's not only about you or me or somebody else. Everybody has their own story in their own head. Everybody is guilty about something. Everybody hates themselves. Everybody wants to improve themselves in some area of life. Nobody feels that we are whole and complete and we can do everything and we have achieved everything. We all have some scope of improvement in some parts of our life, right? So what is going in your mind, it's also going on in somebody else's mind. So let's break these ices and let's break this thing that, oh, that person is superior, or, they have achieved so much in life and, they have done so and so. How does it bother them or matter to them? But we are struggling here because so when they have achieved, they have their own stories in their mind, their own hard works, their own struggles, their own hardships that they have gone through, and the price that they are paying every day to be at that position, right? Whereas when we are struggling and, we are fighting financial difficulties and we are facing some debt or some other things, we are doing things which are not incongruence to us as well. So, let's have that compassion holding for everyone and not just iron out that, oh, they have done so much, so they don't care. No, it's nothing like that. Everybody has their own share of guilt, resentment, and, self hatred that they are carrying within themselves. So let's be compassionate to everybody. That would help us also to understand ourselves better. Again, these are thoughts that run our mind, but these thoughts can be changed because they are only thoughts. It's not written somewhere that you have to just follow this. So they can be changed. And for that, what we need to do? We need to take our own responsibility. So at this point of time, I will invite you to write this in bold, that I take 100% responsibility, and put it somewhere where you can see it every day when you get up in the morning, maybe on your cupboard or the wall in front of your bed, or maybe, a place that you frequently visit, or you could put up as your desktop image, something like that, or your phone image, so that it's a constant reminder to you that you are responsible for what you are attracting in your life and what beliefs are you choosing to believe today. So what are you choosing? Life is beautiful, life is good, or are you choosing life is difficult and life is here to teach me lessons? So you're constantly choosing. So choose the right thing, because the more right choices you make, your life will be better. Okay. Now this is the best part of the session, that how can we change our belief patterns, since we have seen that they are so strongly holded within us and, we carry them for so many years and duration in our time. So how do we break them? So first would be release the past. Now, to release the past, there are a lot of different exercises which cannot be done at this platform with y'all. But any of y'all wish to do that and work personally with me, you're more than welcome. And I'll help you to release the past memories that you have been holding, which are discouraging you to progress ahead in life today, right? But a simple way would be stop living in past. If you have made a mistake, if there's a bad episode that has happened in your life, or there is something which was really, you have lost a loved one, or you have lost a lot of maybe your property or things like that in the past, and you're still holding all of that, please release it. The faster you let it go, the faster you release that, you will be in much better space mentally to attract new things in your life, to believe in the new world, believe in this, where the God is running the grace. So just try to release that. Don't live in your past. Forgive. Forgiveness is such a strong tool that has helped me and a lot of my clients to just come ahead in life and forget those chapters which were painful, which were not needed, which were not required in current life. So forgiveness is a great tool. Practice forgiveness. Give forgiveness to people who have been mean and bad to you in your past. Also seek forgiveness in your mind and in your head from people whom you have been mean or bad to in your times. Sometimes it happens, we unconsciously in our good times try to get down other people. So if you are can be aware of such a situation, please seek for forgiveness as well. If not physically with them, in your head at least do that. Self approval and self acceptance is key to your belief system, because you need to understand and accept yourself first, then others would accept. If you are constantly having this thing that I am not enough, I'm not good enough at this, I'm bad at that, I don't know how to do this, I'm so weak, I'm so poor, I'm not financially stable. If you keep saying these things to yourself repeatedly and not accept your situation, but try to say that because of this is it is like that, then you're not going to move ahead in life. Those beliefs are again going to run your life in a different dimension which you don't want. Also start living in the present of now. We are either living in future or in our past. We stop enjoying the moment of now. So when you're here with me, be here with me, and when you are with your friends, just be with them. Leave everything else aside. I see a lot of people, they go to restaurants, they're socializing with their friends, and then they are constantly on their phone. I believe that if you have chosen that time to spend with your friends, be with them, right? Your phone and your social media is going to be with you all the time. Whenever you're alone, you're doing that only. But if you are spending time with your friends, be with them, give them your ears. Maybe somebody is suffering through something, they want to discuss that with you, and you could be helpful to them. So live in the moment of now. Don't plan too much about your future, that what will happen. Don't live in that fear. Also don't live in that guilt and resentment of your past. So live in your current situation, and that will help you to have positive beliefs, because now is always giving you an opportunity to think and to choose what is more beneficial for you. So every minute you have, you can choose what you want to believe in. So you can form better beliefs for yourself, which will help your family in future. The tip that I would like to share with you all is, you can have those sticky notes, those small office sticky notes that we have. You can write word wait on it and stick it maybe on your laptop, maybe in your washroom, maybe some different spots where your eyes reaches out throughout the day, maybe on your water bottle, the sipper that we carry to office generally, you can put it on that. So whenever you're pulling a glass of water and filling it, you can read that. What does wait mean for? Wait would say, wait and give it a thought. What am I thinking currently? Is it helping me? Is it a positive thought or is it a negative thought? What is it? What am I thinking about? Is it about future? Is it about my past? Because we are constantly thinking, right? I just said we have 90,000 thoughts running across our mind, and most of them are not even useful. Sometimes we are so busy, we are thinking about other people. she did so and so to so and so, and he did that, and this and that, and we are part of other people's story and drama, which we need not be, right? Why do we stress ourselves with all of that? So wait is a good reminder for us to just stop ourselves and think. Are we thinking something which is useful to us, or are we thinking something which is waste of time and our energy and our resources? So this would help you. Secondly, you will have to do self love practices, because when we love ourselves, we start, it's like a ripple effect. When we love ourselves, we are more compassionate towards ourselves, then we also start seeing other people compassionately. So if somebody makes a mistake also, we understand that probably he had a bad day, at home or at while driving back to the city, or maybe he's not had enough breakfast today. His wife didn't serve him a good food today, and so he's upset. So if he's behaving like this in the office for first few hours of the day, it's perfectly fine. He's also a person with all his emotions running up and down, right? So I would stop taking those things so personally, and then forming a judgment and then a belief that, either he's wrong, he's weirdo, or he's so and so, and having those judgments and opinions about him or about yourself, that why people behave like this with me. I'm so good to him, I'm trying to help him, but he's talking to me like this. I don't get good people around me. So both ways it's not going to help you. So start self loving, start telling yourself you're enough, you're good enough, and you're capable of everything, and you deserve all good in your life. So things like this will keep you on track and help you to be more so in positive state of mind than otherwise. Yeah. Okay. So that's what it is today, and I hope that you all had good time learning these few tips that I had about belief system. If there's something more that you need to know, please log on to my website or personally get connected with me. I'll share my details with you. There's a small this book suggestion that I would like to make. It's written by one of my mentors. I've been fortunate to learn from him and be with him, and he's Bruce Lipton, and his book Biology is Belief is a great book that you could read on to understand the science part of the belief, that how beliefs are stored in our DNA, in our cell, in our membrane of the cell, and how it's constantly working for us and against us, and how we can just bring about those changes. So if somebody out there is a good reader and would like to, so that's a recommendation that I would like to make. And again, I'm grateful to each one of you all that showed up here today to attend this webinar of mine, and learn something and grow, and taking that initiative to just grow yourself. So I highly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And these are my credentials. You could log on to it and get connected to me. And thank you so much. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Spiritual Revolution to give me this chance to present myself here, and wish you all a very good night or good day again, depending on which part of the world you are. And take care of yourself. Be blessed. Bye.